Well, howdy, 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 everybody. Teresa here, just me and the critters. It is January 17th, 2018. It is Wednesday evening at 7:21 p.m. I was rushing to finish a hat before I did this video, and then I'm like, you better make this video now because I gotta get dinner started and stuff. So anyway, this hat's not finished yet, but it is a large adult, and I haven't woven the ends in and stuff. But yep. So I'm just getting ready to close it, and then I'll make a palm on this one. So there's that one. And let's see, let's back up from yesterday. Last night we just had, Brad wanted tater tots. We had tater tots and just breaded chicken patties that we had bought, and some sliced tomato. And nothing else really went on. We tried to do the switch because we thought maybe Brad would sleep better and wouldn't be in as much pain if he slept on the bed. And he didn't sleep any better, so we'll be going back. And I didn't sleep hardly at all because I just couldn't get comfortable. But besides that, I just didn't really do too much. I don't think I'm under the weather. I mean, I feel a little flu-ish, but not really. And with as severe as the flu seems to be, but I've been so darn tired lately. Just all I want to do is sleep. And I know I've been fighting a couple of infections now, and I think it's just kind of taken its toll. But one of the things I think is a problem too is I'm not getting enough activity now that the weather's gotten colder and stuff. So today I got out my little mini, you can type in mini bike exerciser. And so I have that, was just a set of pedals I've talked about before. And I was able to do 10 minutes. I know that doesn't seem like a real long time, but you know, there used to be a time when I first started doing this that I could only do 2 minutes. So, you know, it's some activity, it's some motion, it's some cardio. So, you know, I do like 5 minutes pedaling with my feet, and then I put it on a chair and I do another 5 minutes with my arm. And I'm going to keep increasing it. And at least it's getting some motion, getting some exercise and stuff. Because I am just so stiff, you know. And with the colder weather, and yeah, it's not near as cold as it is other places. But that's why we moved here, is because the cold weather was so rough on us. One of the reasons. So, but anyway, it's a start. And because I didn't get up, guys, until 2:30. Almost 3. Maybe it was 3. That's way too late. Granted, I didn't really go to sleep until I might have slept 2 hours before 8:30. So, but still, you know, I don't want to sleep all day. So, taking the dogs out and a little picking up, but really haven't done anything else. Like I said, I've watched a few videos and stuff, and then was trying to get this hat finished. Making goulash tonight. Trying to use up what we have and stretch dollars. So I have picked up some of these, the whole wheat. So I'll use this whole wheat penne. I'll boil it first, and then I'll make the sauce and everything. But that's about it. That's all that's really been going on here. It's was 44 to get today, but real feel was 33. And it was cold. When I went out there, it was like, brr. You know, let's see what temperature is now. Okay, I'm back. I had to use the restroom real quick. Okay, let's see. Wait for this to update. Right now it's 33 degrees. Real feel is 23. The high was only 44. The low will be 23. So, I'm hoping my paints and stuff will be okay. They are covered. So I think they will be. I don't know. Yeah, and then it's supposed to be cold tomorrow, too. I don't know. We may have to bring those paints in. I think we're going to have to. I've talked to Brad about that when he gets home. Yike. Yep. So, but anyway, besides that, I don't know, part of what I think it is, guys, is we've been in kind of a holding pattern since we moved here. Living in the RV. Because you try to carry on your normal life as much as possible. But you really can't, unless you're just going to always live in an RV or a travel trailer, for some of us, you just can't really do all the things you want to do. Now, if you're a real active person, if you were on the go all the time, if you were outside most of the time, but I'm a homebody. I always have been. It's one of the things my husband loves about me, so you're in a holding pattern, and then now you feel like you're in even more of a holding pattern because, 2 weeks from tomorrow is when we'll move in. And that's not very long at all, and I know that. But, so now, I don't know, when there's change coming, until I have a plan, and I gotta sit down and kind of make a plan in my head, I kind of feel lost. And I've talked about this before, how I have to have a schedule or else I feel lost and I get way off center. And that's the way it is right now. I feel so off center. I've got to get kind of a schedule and stuff. I just do better with that, So that's what I'm doing right now. My topic for today was something totally unrelated to moving. But it's the difference between being talked to and being talked at. And I hate it when you say somebody calls you and they just talk about themselves. And it feels like they're talking at you. You may interrupt and even say, well, this has gone on in my life. Oh, well, that's good. Or, oh, that's too bad. And then they'll just go right back to themselves. And it's like, wait, it's supposed to be a two-way street. You talk some, I talk some. Of course, granted, if there's something major goes on, like say maybe somebody dies, like say I had a loved one die, then I would probably be the one that would need you to listen more, or vice versa. I've always hated that. It doesn't happen to me too often, but it happened to me not too long ago where I felt like this person who I thought was a friend was just talking at me, and they weren't really being concerned with anything I was going through. It was always just a big thing with, something traumatic or difficult in their life. And I found myself on the phone, and it's just like I felt like I was being so talked at instead of talked. Just they weren't talking with me. We weren't having a conversation. I was being talked at. And I hate that, because I feel like, why did you call? I mean, if the person doesn't even ask you how you are, or if you respond and they don't really respond, it's kind of like, oh, well, that's good. You can say, well, I just cut off my left toe. Oh, well, that's good. Da, 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 da. And it's like, whoa. I think we have to all take a good look at what the other person might be going through. Maybe if you're going on about your holiday stuff, what you got, and stuff, maybe take into account that maybe that person doesn't really have any family. Maybe they don't want to hear you go on and on and on about what, your family stuff, or what you got, because some of us keep very low-key Christmases. And it doesn't mean I'm not happy for you, but could we kind of ease into it? I mean, you're more than happy to hear somebody else, whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, if you feel like they also are caring and giving too. It's like, it's like, let's say Linda and I may talk about something that's going on in my personal life there's a lot of things that go on that only she knows, you know, besides my husband. Because, you know, I mean, that's what you do with your best friend, is you tell them things that you don't tell anybody else. But then we'll talk for a while about that, and then we'll talk for a while about something going on with her, or just something maybe she wants to talk about. Maybe she wants to talk about, you know, cross stitch. Or maybe we want to talk about cooking. Or maybe we're talking about this website or that website, and we'll end up going in it together. You know, and we'll chit-chat about just, you know, all kinds of stuff all the time. You know. But it's really too bad when you meet somebody, or you have somebody who you feel like, well, you know, it's always going to be so dramatic with them, and, you know, where you can see through your glasses that they seem to have a very privileged life, you know, where in so many levels they don't have to worry about the things that most people do. And yeah, you can say, well, yeah, but they don't have this and they don't have that. And that's not the whole point. The whole point is just the giving and the taking of the relationship, you know, of the friendship, and, you know, I mean, like, okay, say for my instance, I wouldn't go up to somebody who is homeless and be bitching about living in this RV. Because they would look at me like I would love anything to be in any place warm and dry right now. You know, or you wouldn't go up to a homeless person who's starving and say, I don't eat leftovers. That, you know, they may have had to dig through the trash to get enough to eat. You know, I think it's just being sensitive to each other, you know, being sensitive to each other. I mean, I was watching a thing on, here on YouTube. It was about children that live in, like, a city dump. Can't remember where it was at. Or what they call rag pickers in India, which are basically garbage collectors. And they shift through the trash and stuff and sell what they can for recyclables and stuff to live. You know, and what a rough life. I mean, there is human waste in the garbages. There are, like, needles and contaminated food. They have to fight off all kinds of vermin and rats and stray dogs and different animals and birds and stuff. What a rough life. You know, no, be like the mom with the little kids, and you know, the beauty of having clean water. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say to somebody who doesn't have any clean water, I'm not going to bitch about that my water tastes a little fishy sometimes and I have to filter it. That would just be inappropriate and wrong, you know. You don't want to make them feel bad. Anyway, that's just my little whacked up viewpoint, probably. But yeah, I hope everybody has a great day. I'm gonna get off here because I need to get this water boiling so I can add this macaroni and stuff. I can get this done. Brad's gonna call the landlord tonight and set up a time tomorrow night to meet with them to pay them the deposits. He's got a little bit of paperwork, I think, to fill out, just like contact sheet and that kind of good stuff. I got everything going with my student loan. It was an income-based driven plan. You pay so much depending on your income, and because we're married and stuff. But Sallie Mae got bought out by somebody else who bought them out. They messed up the paperwork, so we have to redo that. But that's all in place. So we still have to do the internet, but I got to have an address for that. We still have to do the electricity, but I got to have, the address for that to find out how much we're going to owe and stuff. To pay deposits and stuff. And then we'll have to get the P.O. box transferred. all that kind of good stuff. But the good thing is that we'll probably take probably start moving in. I don't know if they're going to let us move in a little bit of stuff before the 1st, but definitely on the 1st. But we're paid up here to the 15th. So we can take our time. We might not be able to get this moved until the 4th just because of Brad's work schedule. Charlie, you having a bad dream? Hey, little man, he was rocking and rolling there. Poor little man, he'll be glad when we move. These pine cones going on the roof of this RV about to give this poor dog a heart attack. He sits around and shakes like a little neurotic chihuahua. No offense to you chihuahuas, you know I love ya. Charlie, hey, wake up. Hey, sweetie, wake up. There you go. But yeah, he just shakes and shakes and shakes. So, but, yep. I promise you guys in the next couple of days I will film the inside of this RV and let you guys see how small it is. With all of our stuff, you'll be amazed. But yeah, that's about it. And yeah, the first thing we're going to do is get beds. Probably used ones. I think I found a couple inexpensive recliners on Amazon. We'll have to see. We'll have to save up money for that. We probably are going to get a shark vacuum because so many of you guys recommended it. Brad found one for about $120 on Amazon. And I found a couple that were refurbished, but he didn't want to get those. So we're going to save up for that because I love me a good vacuum, man. I do. I mean, I would take a used one, if I could plug it in and run it on some carpet, make sure it works great. But I have no problem with that. And it doesn't have to be a shark, but, we'll see. It's hard to get a good vacuum. Years and years ago, I was telling Linda, we had one. It was either a Bissell or a Hoover, and I can't remember which. And it didn't even come with any attachments. It was an upright. Bagged upright. That thing I had for years. And I don't know how many places, how many apartments I would take it with me when I cleaned apartments. And then I had a little shop vac I would take around to the edging. That thing was a monster, man. It sucked up small villages, I swear. I mean, I think I wore out the beater bar on it. And I was so used to taking it apart, putting new belts on it, cleaning that beater bar, placing the bags and stuff. But that thing was a monster. I haven't had a really good one since, and I've bought all kinds of different ones. Not real expensive ones, mind you, but, Anyway, I'm just chammering on now. Chammering? The new word. Anyway, I'm excited to get out of here. I was outside earlier, like I said, and it was colder than anything. It's like, holy crap. But yeah. That's all I gotta say for now. Like I said, I'm probably gonna have Brad bring that paint in. In fact, I know I'm going to. You can load it up all in that laundry basket because it's gonna be way too cold. I don't want to lose all that paint. That would be sad. So, alright. I hope everybody has a great day. And I have been working harder on answering comments. Remember that I love you guys and I do cherish your friendship so much. And I think you guys are awesome. And I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye.